All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday. It's seemed like a pretty long week, especially with the fairly miserable weather we've had across the Tennessee Valley. And today, it's not off to the best start, but one of the better days on our 10-day forecast happens to be your Friday, which is also Halloween. So at least we've got that going for us. But we do have a lot to talk about here on this Thursday morning. Appreciate you joining us for Weather Extra. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Eric Burke. We go outside. If I look off to the side of the screen, I apologize. I could usually see myself in the camera, but I got to look at the monitor just off. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to see exactly what I'm showing. But hope everyone's had a great week so far. Yeah, it's been rough. Yesterday, even had some reports of some hail across the area, and a lot of that was not that the storms were just that strong, because they really weren't. We just had some heavy rain. It was at the freezing level was so low in the atmosphere. It wasn't our summertime setup where to get hail you got to be 30, 40,000 feet in the air. No, yesterday that freezing level was so low, so the hail started to come down. Nothing too big, nothing crazy like that, but that was just something that we saw yesterday. It was a rainy and windy day, and this morning we started off with pockets of drizzle, mist, some light sprinkles across areas of northeast Alabama, middle Tennessee. We go out, and just a minute ago when I walked from the studio back here to do our Weather Extras, my camera glitches out a little bit. We actually had some peaks of sun out there in parts of northwest Alabama. Seems to have kind of mixed out, and then I guess we're just having a rough day with our cameras here. Here's Guntersville. We'll give it another second. Hopefully that comes back. If not, it's just very overcast there. Looks like it's not going to cooperate. They might be resetting some of our cameras here, I think, with the two of them glitching out at the same time. So I apologize about that. You can go on WAFF.com, click on the weather tab. It has all of our cameras there, and you can see what Guntersville looks like if you're that curious. But we do go to the radar here, and we've got just some more pockets of drizzle, mist. It's annoying when you're driving. It's like I don't need my windshield wipers going continuously, but I need to see out my windshield. That's just one of my complaints for the day. Ran out really quick to run a quick errand, and I was in that same situation. On, then they're off, and then you just keep going, and then you flip them on again. So that's what we're dealing with. I do envision most of this drizzle, mist, light shower activity that you're seeing currently on the radar. The later we go into the afternoon, that's going to start to clear out too. So not only do we hopefully see some sunshine, the showers will come to an end. If you've been out, it's just cool, it's damp, it's a little bit breezy, just kind of a rough end to the month of October here. Feel like the past week and a half or so hasn't been all that great. Well, Saturday of last weekend was pretty good. Sunday was the day that really brought the big changes here to the Tennessee Valley. Winds are out of the northwest, sustained about 10 to 12 miles per hour. We're seeing some wind gusts through the day, maybe 15 to 25 miles per hour. I've said this a couple times this week on the morning news. Just watch those Halloween fall decorations. Some people in my neighborhood, they've got fantastic displays up, and some of those really tall skeletons or other figurines, they've made it through all the wind we've seen lately. So good for them. Hopefully they live to fight another year, but I'd love to see some of the better Halloween decorations around, and then before you know it, I'll be on my roof putting up our Christmas lights here. All right, 3-day forecast looks like this. High today, 55 degrees. That's the best we can do. You have to remember that our average high is 70. We should have 70 degrees right now today, and we're not even close to that. Right now, we're probably still hanging on to some upper 40s. The wind is breezy, so that makes it feel even cooler, and if you're seeing some of the drizzle, mist, light showers, it's even more uncomfortable. Want you to pay attention to those 237s on the bottom of the graphic there. Those are the low temperatures overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, as well as Friday night into Saturday morning. We have the potential of maybe just a light touch of frost waking up tomorrow morning. Depends on where you live. If you're in a sheltered area, Middle Tennessee, I would say, would be cooler than everyone else, and also towards Sand Mountain. But there is a possibility that we do see a little bit of frost. It's not a freeze, not a hard freeze, anything like that. But if you have a particular plant that you want to keep around maybe for another couple of weeks, either bring that inside or cover it up. 62. We get to see the sun tomorrow for your Friday. That should be great. Despite that chilly start, still manage some low 60s. Wind stays out of the northwest, probably some gusts to about 15 miles per hour for your Halloween on Friday. And then on Saturday, cold start, mid to upper 30s again, maybe some patchy frost. The clouds will slow our warming a bit, high of just 59. And then we do have chances for rain over the weekend, but a lot of this will actually be very late Saturday night, overnight into early Sunday. So a few light showers potentially for Sunday morning if you're heading out for church worship services. And we do get an extra hour of sleep on Sunday, so that might help a little bit as far as the timing, everything like that. We've got a dance party going on. You've got the Mummy, you've got Frankenstein, Dracula there. They're all doing the twist, it appears. That's the only move they know, but they're doing their thing. Tomorrow night, trick-or-treating forecast. Temperatures actually won't be bad at 5 o'clock, depending on what time you're starting your activities. Maybe you have a Halloween party or doing something on your block or whatever. It's still a little bit breezy, probably some wind gusts to about 15 miles per hour. Those temps start to fall off pretty quick, though, and I think by the time things are wrapping up around 8:30, 9 o'clock or so, then we've got temperatures in the upper 40s. Football forecast for tonight, pretty chilly. Have a jacket with you. I know we got a lot of Thursday games just because Halloween is tomorrow, but if you're going out to watch football tomorrow, same thing as your trick-or-treating forecast. So here it is hour by hour. Look what happens into the afternoon. Finally, that drier air comes in from the northwest. We see that drier air starting to push the clouds out too. I think most of us, I don't know, maybe northeast Alabama, you might not see some sun today, but everyone else, north central, northwest Alabama, middle Tennessee, should see some sun before that sun sets later on this evening. We're clear overnight tonight. Temperatures will cool more than what this graphic is showing. I think this model that I chose is a little bit of a warm bias. I think we will see some mid to upper 30s. Of course, dependent on how fast that cloud cover starts to move out. Some good news, though. Sunny day coming for your Friday. Like to see that. Temperatures will continue to warm. Looks like the temps are frozen, too. So just a lot of graphical data issues here today. But at least satellite and radar is working because it does bring in the clouds, future satellite and radar. It starts to bring in the clouds as we go into Saturday morning. Saturday will be kind of an overcast, gloomy day. Temperatures for highs will be in the upper 50s. We start tracking some of that rain coming in, though, late Saturday night, overnight into Sunday, and this will be some early morning rainfall on Sunday, 6 a.m. there. Just light showers, not anticipating thunder, lightning, anything like that. And it won't rain the entire day. That rain will start to push off to the east. Should see some sun actually by Sunday afternoon. So that's kind of our next weather maker, if you will, once we get through today. And now just my clicker. I'm a mess here on this Thursday. Maybe I'm just ready for Friday, Halloween, and the weekend. All right, let's check some temperatures. I told you some of you still in the upper 40s. 49 Russellville, 49 Fort Payne, 49 there in Meridianville, 50 Athens, 50 in Decatur. So, yeah, it's cool, and I think some of the warming we've got this afternoon is highly dependent on actually seeing some of that sunshine through the day today. We will see those temperatures eventually reach the low to mid-50s, but still feeling cooler than that. This is important daylight saving time ending. I know a lot of people have some opinions on this. I'm letting you know, clocks will go back 1 hour as daylight saving time ends. Our Saturday night sunset, 5:52. Then you come Sunday, 4:51. Always a friendly reminder, check the batteries, your NOAA weather radio, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide detector. Those are the three. Swap out the batteries, check everything, make sure that weather radio is programmed and ready to go. But yeah, fall back this weekend. I'd rather fall back than spring forward. Of course, we'll deal with that come the spring. But for tonight, low temperatures, pretty chilly. Mid to upper 30s, we'll have fair skies. The winds will die down after sunset. Combination of the clear skies, calm winds in the 30s. This is why we might see some patchy frost developing. And then as we go into the day tomorrow, your Friday, Halloween, it looks like it's going to be a much nicer day. We'll get to see the sun. Love to see that. High temperature should be around 60-ish. West-northwest wind, a touch on the breezy side, about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe gusting to 15. Let's get to the extended forecast. This is what everyone wants to see, of course. And yeah, we've got a lot going on. Next week does look to be a lot nicer as far as the amount of sunshine that we see. There we go. Get you your last, that would just be a 7-day forecast. So, Brenda, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with me. So for tomorrow, sunny, 60s, breezy. Winds will die down tomorrow evening, so it won't be blowing around too much when you're trick-or-treating or going to a Halloween party or whatever. Most of Saturday's dry, 59 the high temperature, cloudy skies. We see that light rain coming in Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday will bring some morning light scattered showers. maybe some sun by the afternoon Sunday, high of just 58. Leaving a small chance of a shower there on Monday, high of 64. And then we do warm up for the middle part of next week. And with the amount of sunshine, the lighter winds, that will feel like a heat wave. So actually the beginning of November, pretty forgiving to us. Maybe not so much the 1st and the 2nd over the weekend there, but the 3rd and beyond, things do look pretty good. So that's about it. I won't be with you tomorrow. Forecaster Jada Russell will have weather extra duties, and meteorologist Jeff Denoyer, he'll have his weather extra tonight. He's filling in for Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. Don't forget to check those batteries. Clocks go back an hour on Sunday. And, of course, join me tomorrow morning, and we'll have that full trick-or-treating forecast for you. We'll talk a little bit about football games and everything ready for next week. Yeah, next week is our reward, if you will. So thank you for your time on this Thursday. I hope you have a great day. And join me on Tennessee Valley Living, as well as your news at noon with Gina Benitez. So have a good day, stay warm, stay dry, and hope to see the sun later on.